everyone, I'm Lou and you're watching Live Free and DIY. In my last project video I showed you how I installed 6 smoke detectors in my old house, and I interconnected them all and connected them all to their own circuit on my circuit breaker. That was the first time I had ever done any sort of electrical work, and it was a pretty fun experience. It was interesting to research and learn how to do that stuff properly. I did have a comment on that video that pointed out that in some cases, depending on where you live, you have to have a licensed electrician come and verify your work. So make sure that you check up on the laws in your area. So last weekend I also spoke at a WordCamp event. I actually spoke twice on SAS and WordPress, and then on website security. That's what I do for a full-time job. Is I'm a WordPress developer. And it was a really fun conference in Atlanta, and I got a lot of good feedback for both of my talks. It was really fun. In fact, I applied to speak in Asheville in June for the WordCamp event up there. So hopefully I'll get accepted and I'll be going up there in June. But on my way up to Atlanta, I stopped at a place called the Woodyard, which is a place that sells all sorts of exotic woods. And I picked up a whole bunch of small pieces for things that I'm planning on working on. I got some maple, some different mahoganies, jabota, bloodwood, and some red cedar. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with all of them. I have some ideas for different projects for some of the pieces, but I just grabbed a whole bunch of things that I thought looked interesting that I had never really worked with, and I'm just going to run with it from there. So this past Friday, I think, Netflix came out with season 2 of Daredevil, and all my friends were talking about how awesome it was, and they all blasted right through it, but I was stuck at the WordCamp, and I didn't get a chance to really start watching it until this week, but it is really good. I think it's a lot better than season 1. Season 1 was great, but season 2 is turning out to be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. And I was thinking it would be cool to make a Daredevil project. I just don't know what I want to do. And I was thinking that the bloodwood I picked up at the Woodyard the other day would make for something good Daredevil-y, because the Daredevil wears red and the bloodwood looks bloody and red. So I don't really know what I want to do. If you have any ideas or thoughts of what I could do, I thought about just doing a Daredevil logo, but I had a hard time finding one that made sense. And then I was thinking maybe just like a silhouette of his head, but it just didn't really fit right with me. So I don't know what I want to do, but it's such a good season, I think it would be kind of cool to do something Daredevil-y. Oh, and I got my stickers last week. Let me go get them and I'll show you. Alright, check it out. Live free and DIY. Let's make something, with my website address on the bottom. I don't know if you get the reference, but this is a porcupine, and it's actually a mashup between the libertarian porcupine symbol and a saw blade. Plus I added a little ruler here and some different screw heads instead of stars. So I'm a big libertarian, and the name Live Free and DIY is a play on Live Free or Die, and the porcupine is a play on the libertarian porcupine. Anyway, if you're interested in getting one of these stickers, you can support me on Patreon. I'm not selling them individually yet on my website. I probably will when I get around to setting something up for that, but they're here. And I actually sent one out so far to Jay Bates, and I sent him some mosquito spray because he's always dealing with mosquitoes in his workshop. So I haven't sent any others out to anybody else, but I have a couple of friends who are going to get them, and then a couple of other of my favorite YouTubers are going to get some. So if you're interested, let me know. So next week's project video is probably going to be a carpenter bee trap. Carpenter bees are starting to come out. And so Southern Ginger put out a video about a carpenter bee trap he made for one of his friends. I'll put a link to that in the description here. And I have an idea that's a little different than his, and I'm gonna give it a try and see how well it works, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make that my project for this weekend to post on Tuesday. So I think that's about it for this vlog update. Thanks again for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button below, and it would do me a huge favor if you would share my videos or any projects videos that you liked. And don't forget, if you want one of these awesome stickers, you can support me on Patreon, and at least until I get them posted on my website for sale. Thanks again. I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye. That's my wife talking. That's my wife whistling.